So by now you've built your buggy and you're after, you know, the buggy is the greatest yield for mining. The buggy to me is its sole purpose is mining. But Erythrite, however you pronounce that, the pinkish stuff right here is exclusively found in one particular area. There are some in caves you can mine by hand. But as you know, the primary area is in the Hagga Rift. Now, I only did this video because every video shows how to get there, but the clips only show the vehicle outside, then magically they appear inside. So this video's sole purpose is my base is here. It's specifically here to mine those resources and iron. And we're going to go down and I'm going to do a step-by-step video of driving with map pointers so you can see exactly how to drive the buggy without building it down there or any other tricks other than just to get from that point where you can mine it. Now from my base, I literally just come out and there is a ramp. And when I get to the ramp, I'll show another clip of the map. There are several ways to get in here. This is just the one I use. Now, I do mine the crystals up here, but there's also up on top of these wreck fields, on top of the rift, is a better place to mine the crystals. Alright, so you want to go through the second tunnel. And let's see where we're at on the map. And as you notice, I'm here, not here. But you can come out that way. I'll show you. Now you do have to cross a PvP zone. We're going to drive through the tunnel. And then immediately we're going to start driving down. Now we're about to cross into a PvP zone. Well, we're not going to be there long. You see there's some crystal on the way. You can mine that as you go down. And once you get here, you're going to hang a right. And this thing is full of layers. It's layered and upon layers of levels and different factories, whatever. Well, we're just going to go down here and we're going to take a right here. You can go out that way. That's how we'll come out. More crystal. We're going to keep going down. Let's check the map. So now you can see we're progressing along this channel. What we're looking for are these little, they look like little underground facilities. And there's also a wreck site. But it's not that far in. And I can come out of here with a full buggy load of that crystal to make the paste. You're going to use paste for everything. There is some camps in here if you can avoid them just by staying away. Or you can go shoot the crap out of them. Your choice. We're going to keep going down in deeper. Here you can go up or down. But primarily the crystal is about midway down the rift in altitude. There's these little globy lights. You can see them above me. There's another camp. Normally I do shoot these guys. I suck their blood. I make the best use of time. Batteries, you name it, it's all here. I use the batteries to power my wind generator. Let's see where we're at on the map. And you can see we've traversed all this way. The wreck site is right here. That's one of the best areas. Wait a minute, right? It doesn't matter. Just keep driving. Just keep swimming. There's the little lights. We know we're getting close to one of those. And here you go. This is going to be your first location. There's no enemies outside. And at this point, you're not really concerned about enemies. Obviously, you're probably able to do aluminum, where the enemies are much more difficult. But we've arrived at our first site. And just get your buggy in here. We're going to switch to our mining gun. And you can jump out and pick up the little pieces if you want. And hopefully this helps you, because it is quite irritating when you spend all the time building this buggy and you want this crystal. And it's the only resource I've found so far where you specifically have to go down into an area to get it. Because you want to use I've used the buggy for every resource just because of the yields. Even with the tier 3 drill, you still get great output. Alright, so now we're gonna go in. This one you can go in just a little bit. There are some enemies, but these are the little sites you're looking for. And there is some crystal here. It's along the roof. But eventually in this particular one, you're going to hit a barrier. You can go over the barrier. I mean, literally you can... I didn't mean to do that. You can go in here and literally come out completely full of this crystal. So if we do a quick look. Now I started doing this on foot. Should be around 300. Yeah, it's close. So we've got 300. So we'll drive in a little bit deeper. There's your first enemy. I believe you can kill him and you can get one more node. I could shoot. There. The poison always finishes them off. Alright, we'll drive a little deeper. There is some down there. You can't get the buggy in there, but you can go mine it by hand. You can see it all in there. There's tons of it. I usually go in and I'll mine that by hand. It just adds a little bit more to the yield. But at this point, you're going to have to start clearing out camps. But you can go all the way in there, and that's just one. Sometimes I don't even mess with these. I just mine the outsides. But I really enjoy the buggy, but just for this. For everything else, we use the ornithopter. You can also come down in here and use the ornithopter, just drop in, but you're going to be mining by hand. Oh, if the ornithopter had a drill, the buggy would serve no purpose at all. But there are those little facilities all along this whole canyon, this whole rift. along with crystals. You don't have to worry about storms. But my goal to come in here is obviously just to completely fill up on nothing but that crystal. Because I'm always out of paste. Here's the second facility. Another little camp to the left there. And the same thing here. You can go inside. You can go ahead and clear the enemies out and drive in. And if you have somebody with you, obviously they can do all the drilling. Let's see on the map how far we are in. Yeah, down here, the wreck, this is where the most crystal is at. And that's usually where I end up. I'm not gonna bore you with the entire journey, but I think you get the idea. So I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna fill up, and then drive back out. So you will be able to follow this step by step to get your get your buggy down here, fill up, and get out. But as you can see, most people don't like it down here because there are multiple ways to get out. The passage always looks different coming out than it does going in. And you can actually find yourself completely lost, spending hours. I think the first time I came down here was with a bike, and I was literally lost in here for 2 hours before I cried uncle and got someone to come in with a chopper and fly me out. But I'm now on my way back out, heading back the same way I came. And we'll get out and call this video a wrap. And hopefully this helps you get your buggy in and out. Getting your crystal. Well, I will literally go up and down. By the time I get to the very end, a lot of it will have respawned. And I've got a full load and I'm done. Never to come back down in here again for at least another day. But once you spend enough time in here, the landmarks are pretty decent. You'll learn to navigate your way around pretty easily. But it is quite confusing because a lot of it looks the same. There's different ramps. And no matter how gentle you are with your buggy, it takes damage regardless. I think it's R&D. Just by being in... For the sake of being in the buggy, it's taking damage. But we're almost out. And voila. As I said, there's the first. That's not the way we came in. But it is the way we're gonna go out. But I spend a lot of time in the rift. So we came out a little bit left of where we went in. We went in over there. And our base is just across the way. This is the best entry I've found. You don't have to deal with quicksand or any of the other... It's the point of least resistance is what I call it. And with the location of the base being so close, I don't have to spend too much time attracting worms. And I'm home. And I'll unload and start making my paste. And obviously repairing my vehicle. So hopefully you find this helpful. I like I said, the only reason I made it is because I couldn't find a video where actually someone visually showed getting in and getting out. That's just one entry point. We also have a base up north. In the next area you'll be in where the aluminum's at. That's how long that rift is. We'll enter from that direction as well. So hopefully this helps you out. Hopefully you're enjoying this game. And thanks for watching, and happy blood sucking. Stay off the spice. Take care.